Actually, hey, lifeguard, I agree with you, man. I really agree with you. I'm up here in my room, I'm drinking, I can't solve much. I agree with you. It's not the healthiest, wisest thing to do. I totally agree with you. Lifeguard, lifeguard, I know that you've been with me, you've watched me through the years, and, I appreciate everything, lifeguard, and your caringness and everything. Let's just sincerely. But it is what it is, as you can tell. The grim reality is what it is. Like it or face it or don't face it, basically. But I appreciate your forthright and your extending your caring and your concern and whatnot. I totally am thankful. It's nice to know there's people out there that actually can kind of care one iota. But okay, thanks, man. I really thank you. Okay, that said, lifeguard, I realize being here cooped up in my room isn't going to really accomplish people. Like, in other words, girls aren't going to knock on my door and say, hey, let's go out on a date. Chris Ryan, still got a beer gut. I'm still probably not healthy. My blood pressure probably is not good. But it is what it is, man. Chris Ryan. I used to be, like, if I tried better, if I took better care of myself, I probably could be a lot more ahead. But for certain reasons, the situation is for a purpose. It's for a purpose. And that I'm trying just to cope. And basically that purpose it's not making excuses, nothing like that. But speaking of, I'll give you guys kind of an idea what my day was like today. Let me start off. I'm gonna crack this beer. I bought ice. Okay, so all right. I'm gonna start from the bottom. As usual, I went to my job, got through it like I always do, like being a person on a train, just on there for the ride. I pull through and I get it done. There are times I want to just not do it, lay down, just take a nap, perhaps. But I'm forced through. I force myself through the motions of daily life for being like a passenger on a train. I'm on it for the ride. Life's kind of like a ride on a train. You don't know what directions it's going to go. It's like the pilot, we hope, is God. We're just on it on the ride. And that ride isn't fun most of the time. It's damn depressing, if you ask me. But so people say, oh, you make it what you make it what you make it. That's bull, horse, and dog shit. I don't give a fuck what you guys say about that, because that's just what I think. And people that say good luck, well, fuck that too, because I don't believe in luck. You're in charge. You yourself. Now, that said, okay, so I went to work, finished through with it, clocked out, took myself to a restaurant I never went to, Culver's. Turns out there's this hot chick at the window that waits on me naturally. There's this hot chick. I go up to the window. I'm like, hey, by the way, my name's Todd. I want to introduce myself. And I was like, Amanda. Her name was Amanda. I'm like, she had a cute mole on her neck, cute humor. And something told me that she was young. And turns out, yeah, she was young. So I was like, can we be friends on Facebook? I was admiring how beautiful you are, whatever. And she's like, oh. I'm like, well, are you like over 18? And she's like, something told me she wasn't. She didn't like clearly say that. So I was like, I think she said she was 17 or something, right? So I just, I said, I'm new to the town. I kind of bullshitted. You kind of do, I was like, well, I'm looking for friends. Can we, exchange numbers? Can I be your friend on Facebook? You're pretty. Basically, in a nutshell, that's what I said. Of course, she rejected me. naturally. 50,000th person that's rejected me or took advantage of me. But so I left, you know, I was like, whatever. I left with my food, you know, and of course another different chick brought my food to my car. So I'm like, okay. I drove off, you know, of course, you know, what else am I going to do? Be a pervert and, you know, stick around there? Because I used to work at Roosters too, and around a lot of hot chicks, which was depressing. But okay, moving ahead here, moving forward. So then I proceed, I go back to where I live here. I see this like hot chick walking her dog. I'm like, well, she's cute. I've noticed her before. So I came out of my box a little bit, you know, thinking outside the box. I went up to her. I said, hey, my name's Todd. Introduced myself. She introduced herself. I said, your dog's pretty. You know, she's black. She's out there walking her dog. This is after Culver's when I came home. So I was like, is there any chance, you know, we could be friends, you know, and walk together? And, you know, I told her, I grabbed a pen. I said, can we exchange numbers? She told me she wasn't comfortable giving me her number, so I gave her my number. I went back to the house, got a pen, shot her over my number. So whether or not I'm going to hear from her, probably not. I said, nice to meet you, and, you know, the usual, just walked off. She carried on, I carried on. So then my mom comes home. I'm like, Mom, because my mom, it came up in a conversation that I told her I live with my mom. She's like, turns out she knows my mom. I go to my mom, I say, hey Mom, you know this girl, I'm not going to name her name. She's like, yeah, I know her. She has a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, damn, she didn't tell me that. So it turns out that the boyfriend kind of was abusive and kind of not treating her right. So I guess this girl works for the city, has a good job, has one kid. She's black and cute, probably in her early 30s, I don't know. So that's where I'm at right now. Probably I won't hear from her. Just met her about 4 hours or so ago. Out there, she was out there walking her dog. Her dog's, you know, her dog was cute. It's a beagle. But that's it. You know, I just want to give you a kind of a rundown of my situation. You know, it's, you know, like I said in my last video, guys, you know, it might appear that I might need to get an evaluation of mental. Some people think I'm mentally impaired. I malfunction, which it's not good that I have, you know, depend on this to help mellow me and help ease my, you know, but let's face it, a lot of people drink and do much worse than this. Trust and believe. But you know, people say, well, so one person said I'm a ghost. I'm not here to please and sugarcoat, blow sunshine up anyone, but, you know, and try to gain brownie points. It's not my objective. You know, I'm not here to try to win friends, gain approval, and try to, you know, I'm just here for you guys, and I like looking at my feedback from people, because maybe I can learn something to improve my, you know, my situation. You know, I mean, we all need, you know, people. You know, you can't just live in a 7-Up bottle, you know, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's a venue. YouTube's a venue to release your emotions, sort of. But, you know, I'm just, you know, it's nerve-wracking, I'm not going to lie. Coping and putting up with every day. It's, you know, you go to high school, college if you choose, and then you have to owe money, then you have to work, then you have to worry about your health, then you get older, then you worry about other things, other people, then you get depressed about what you missed out on in life, and, you know, you're like, damn, there's some hot chicks out there, and, you know, they're blowing you by the wayside. And it's like, you know, you're left by the wayside. It's like, you know, you want to at least think that you're somewhat special in certain regards, and that's kind of my objective, my purpose, and my aim is to inform my audience of that essence, of those virtues, of those, you know, cheese curds from Culver's. Need a little pepper in there. Well, that's, I'm going to sign off. It's long enough, and I still got to upload this. But, God, wrapping up, in closing, God works, and I've said this millions of times in mysterious ways. And, you just never know what it's going to bring, it's what things happen when you least expect it. I'm not dumb like a box of rocks. I didn't fall off the banana wagon or truck the other day. I'm not stupid. But, I admit drinking isn't the solution. It's not. There's more healthy outlets besides this. But due to the reason I've been doing this for so long, I've grown accustomed. But shout out to lifeguards, shout out to whoever else likes me, and fuck all those that, fuck with me. Because I ain't a coward, and I'm not a phony. I'm a real McCoy, and that's why I'm popular, because I speak what I speak, and I talk what I talk, and people say I talk shit, but I don't talk shit. I'm just being honest and real, legit. Either if you don't like it, don't, you're wasting my time or your time. So, peace, and I'll see you guys when I see you again.